안녕하세요, 여러분. 할리 리뷰입니다.
Hey y'all, I'm Shamra, and I'm here with my girl Sabrina, and it's EXO Day! Yay!
Yay!
And so the day that you're watching this, EXO has released ooh, which album is it? Their seventh?
Oh, you had to ask me
I
that.
said it earlier.
Seventh.
Seventh. Okay, I was gonna say their seventh album Exist. And so we are releasing, I think, six.
We should
Didn't we
say
say
seventh
six?
full
Their
album.
seventh full album.
Mini
That's
albums and
true.
all the stuff in between, they don't count.
We've learned that they don't count.
Not towards this total.
So we're releasing a series of 6 to 7 songs on today to just increase their numbers, show their popularity, give them love, and hopefully help drum up some support and love for EXO. So if you're
Absolutely.
watching this, hopefully you are checking out their album and
Downloaded
supporting
it,
them.
listening to it, streaming it. Yep.
We're streaming some of their older stuff that we absolutely love and adore in support of them and in hopes that you just recognize them. If you don't already know who they are, you kind of listen to them and they're like, oh, okay, well, let's check out their new album. So here we go.
Win-win.
We're reacting to EXO's Ko Bop, which is actually one of my favorites. I love this
So
one.
nice.
It's so much fun.
And I have heard the song, but I have never seen the video, so I'm very excited to check it out. And this is from, what does it say, 2017?
2017.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's take a listen.
So you can't go wrong with a body roll. Shimmy, shimmy, Ko Bop. I think I like it.
긴장은 down down 부끄럼 말까 어지러운 마음속에 내가 들어가 익숙한 듯 부드럽게 내게 번져가 고요한 밤이야 날 위한
Very suave.
참을 수가 없어 빠져가 yeah, yeah. 너의 눈짓에 난 취해가 yeah, yeah. 네가 알던 뻔한 모습에 나를 잊어 오늘 숨겨둔 본능을 심리적 It goes down, baby. Rhythm it on it goes down, baby. 맡기고 소리쳐. 우린 we going go bop. Shimmy shimmy coco pop. I think I like it. 조금씩 down down. 수줍어 말고. 누가 뭐래도 너 신경 쓰지 말아 지금 이대로. 아름답기만 해 멈춰버렸으면 baby are you down? 마지막 밤이야. 둘만의 밤이야.
Cheeseburgers.
하지 말고 다가와 yeah yeah. 네 모든 걸 내게 맡겨봐 yeah yeah. 점점 풀려가는 높이 더 내려놔 오늘. 눈치 보지 말고 shake it up. It goes down, down, baby. Rhythm it on it goes down, down, baby. 맡기고 소리쳐. 우린 break it down now. Go down now. 밤은 깊어도 더 빛나는 너의 그 눈빛이 다 내게 말해 기분 좋은 밤 넌 원하고 있어 알아 it's okay 이제 시작해 Let's go It's about to go go Down down baby 믿음이 없는 girls down down baby 맡기고 소리쳐 우린 going go go bop down down baby 그때의 속삭여 down down baby 눈을 펼쳐봐 미쳐 going go go bop
Four.
It's the name of their album, Before.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, final thoughts.
Okay, so I do actually have a little to say about this particular video because I liked it, so I had to research it because I was like, okay, why is there stuff floating in the air? So apparently, what I'd read about this particular video is they did I guess like a interview with it. And what some of the things were said was that this particular video was supposed to kind of express the fact that EXO had been on this planet for long enough that they were kind of in between like where their powers existed and they were starting to non-exist.
Oh, that's right. I've read that.
The
Yeah.
Red Force was coming in to try to manipulate their powers.
Right.
And so the candies in the beginning were a gift, apparently, from the Red Force
Oh.
to get them to kind of manipulate their powers. And so in one of the scenes, you see one of the members like in the washing machine, like spinning. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to like symbolize how the Red Force will always be in control. And then you see like how Kai is like in the car and then he's backing away from the car and then he's kind of moving towards the car. Like he can never actually control the car because the car is the Red Force.
Yeah.
And so
noticed that.
blue and green are supposed to symbolize peace. And so when they're like in the field and they're laying down, like they're at peace with themselves.
And that usually means, if I'm not mistaken, that they're in control of themselves. When you
Yes,
see
they're in
blue.
control of themselves.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that someone pointed out, or that I read, was that in the field where they're laying, they're all they make the symbol of the EXO.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
Very cool.
But it's supposed to be like how they've been on planet Earth long enough that they're kind of like their powers are starting to wane, and so they're using their powers and they're seeing how much control they have of their powers,
Right.
within like the Red Force trying to keep control of them.
Right. Right.
So
yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Very interesting.
But I just love the dynamics of this particular music and in general. Like it's just a fun song. Like it's so upbeat and it's so like energetic and it kind of reminds me of summer, like shimmy shimmy go bop.
It's funny though, because they do a very good job though of, despite the song being like energetic and upbeat, you can kind of tell it's not like all is right with their world.
Yeah.
Like their facial expressions are very, not happy. So it kind of, when you watch it, it feels a little unsettling, and like the musical notes that are a little like dissonant and stuff like makes you feel a little bit unsettled, like something's not right. So that makes perfect sense now, what you've said, and I've read that from other viewers as well. So very interesting.
Still one of my favorites. And so I'm kind of interested to see now even more like with the war and now exist, how the world is gonna like
Now, was Ko Bop on the last album before?
I don't know.
So was War right before Exist?
I don't know. But it's interesting to me like how they were kind of losing their powers, and then someone had said like in what was the one before Hear Me Out? It was
Let Me In.
Let Me In. Let Me In. They weren't really using any of their powers.
Yeah, because one of the viewers explained that they had like lost their powers.
Yeah. And
That
so
not EXO, the Red Force had taken them.
I'm interested to see like how Exist kind of works, because you were talking about going back in time. Remember how I'd even
Yeah.
said like some of their wardrobe choices seemed like they were going kind of backwards
With Hear
towards
Me
like
Out, yeah.
the Ko Bop kind of range. And so I'm
I can
interested
how
to
you would see
see.
them being connected. So always something brewing with EXO. So I really like trying to piece it all
I'm
together.
interested to see like how far deep they go down this rabbit hole.
Right. And the viewers have said that like there isn't a definitive like this is what this means storyline. Like you very much like it's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
So that's equal parts frustrating but also exciting, and trying to piece it all together for ourselves to figure out what's going on. So very cool. Well, we were just getting started with our EXO Day, celebrating their new release. And so we hope you guys will join us for the day. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe down below so that you see all of our content coming out for EXO. And yeah, we're going to go on and move on to our next one. So
We're
until
excited.
next
Stick with
time.
us.
Annyeong.